Okay, so we're having trouble with the blower. So turn the blower on, attach the hose, have some tricks. So I'll put up here. Hello mates. So, and what we're doing is starting from scratch. So the blower's on, we get used to the noise, bit of treat there, and it's on the lowest setting, and we're just doing our grooming with the dog. Well, there's a good girl. So we start this way, and then we've got the hose here as well. Hello, what's this? What's that noise? So we make it a bit of a game. We've got the treats there, so get the puppy back, and slowly this way we get used to the noise, we get used to the hose being moved around, and as I say, this is on the lowest setting with the blower. And now, after a couple of days of this, then we will have to spring in the blower. So after a couple of days of that, then we have to actually start using the blower. But the noise, the hose is detached, we're moving that around, nothing bad's happening. Yeah, and we've got the noise of the blower there in the background. Bum, bum, bum. And we've got treats as well. So after a couple of days, what we need to do is start introducing the actual blower to the dog. So the actual hose is here. So you start with it under your leg. You're not using it straight away. You want the dog to feel it, and it blows on. And the dog's sitting right there, feeling a bit of wind. And hello. We've got the treats going. No. And she's sitting right on top of the blower now, and it's just a gradual introduction like this. Good girl. So nice and easy. It goes under the leg again. Another little treat coming up. And everything's just done on our knees, Oh. And over time you'll be able to just get straight into it, and it's just very, very gentle to start with, stopping and starting, hello, and brushing, hello, and she's looking for the treats. So under your treats, and this is just a bit of chicken, boiled up chicken, so there we go, and hopefully this will work. The first couple of days, just the noise, hose is detached, noise just in the background. We're grooming, we're moving this around, bum, bum, bum. Then we start off, it's under our leg. You can actually feel the wind there. And then we do that a couple of days, and then slowly we just introduce the blower at the lowest speed possible, back under, stroking, bum, 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 bum. And then after a couple of days of this, you'll be able to just start straight up, I would imagine. You should be able to start straight up. But nice slow beginning. Bum, bum, bum. Hello. As I say, the treats help a lot. No, they do. Oh, yes they do. So, and when you start struggling, let go. Treat. If you don't like something, you let go. You try it, we approach it another way. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting our belly button, you see. So instead of on the back, we're just being lifted up slightly, elevated, and we're far more comfortable like that. So in the end, it will work. So here we go, up we go, and then lifting up there. And we're far more comfortable than being on our back, having our belly button. That's nice, isn't it? There we go. And then another treat. And we come back. There we go. So a little bit of patience, a little bit of time, and hopefully that's the way we'll get this done. So begin with, the dryer is on, the hose is detached, and it's just a noise, it's grooming, moving the hose around, blah 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 blah. making some funny noises with it. Ba 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 ba. I'm getting used to that. Ba 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 ba. And a bit of a treat occasionally. Into the hose. And then when you start wanting to use the hose, it's under the leg to start with. We're doing the grooming, we're not even blowing the dog's here, blah 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 blah. And the first couple of times, you're not even blowing the dog with the hose. It's just there, the dog's on top of you and the dog is sitting between your legs, so there's a bit of wind. It's on the lower setting, and then after a couple of days of that, we start blah blah blah, introduction under the knee, introduction under the knee, and pretty soon you'll be able to get straight into it. Come on. There you go, come on. There you go. Little Maggie moo, little, yeah, there we go. And there's no forcing, there's no pulling, there's nothing. So just a nice, slow introduction to the blower. And if there's a position she doesn't like, they don't like, just try and find a new position, but they will. As you saw when I had her on the back, she didn't like that, but lift her up, she does so. If it doesn't work the first time or the first way around, come at another direction. So yes, they can be a bit stubborn, or obviously you are getting a bit stubborn there, but that's the way we introduce the dogs to the blower. That's the way that's why she can do it, and it's something I've continued, that I have the advantage over you. But I'm sure if you go back to the basics, start from scratch, there'll be a bit of memory there, and it'll work. It's just noise in the background, detached hose to start with, boom, and gradually build up that way. A couple of days of that, a couple of days of under the knee, and then boom. Water bowl, yes, she's going through that stage right now. She's a bit of a pain because she sleeps basically on top of the water bowl in the house, so I'm having to move the water bowls. Outside it's fine, and she's playing around in the water. Inside, yes, I've caught her a couple of times. It's a stage they go through, and in this weather you notice it more because it is hot and there's more water down, so there's more bump bump bump. But it's just a phase they go through. So the water in the house, good idea, only a very little bit at the bottom, so if she's thirsty you can give it to her. Otherwise, as I say, she's sleeping in the water bowls at the moment basically. And that's about it. So that's how I do the blower. If push comes to the shove, you can actually just take the dog and say that's enough now. And sometimes you need to do that as well. They can be a bit stubborn, and if they've got something going on in their mind, refusing to do something, if it doesn't hurt them, which the blower doesn't, then they can do it. But we try and do it as gently as possible to start with, and give them every opportunity to participate and perform what they should do. And if that doesn't work, then we need a bit of discipline coming in. Anyway, I hope that helps, Paul, and I'm sure it will. As I say, it's just slowly. Don't give up, don't get frustrated. It's very frustrating, I know, but start off slow, bump, and a couple of days building up, you should be there. Low speed all the time, plenty of treats. Yeah, okay, so I hope that helps, Paul. So yeah, that's it for now.